Hi guys, I just thought I'd do some retroactive story time. It's about the past, but it's an interesting story that happened to me. I have physical proof of it, but it's hard to show right now. But anyway, let me show you guys the story. Plus, it has a hint as far as my 20s and stuff thrown in there. You know, 'cause I'll give a tidbit of that. It was 1995. I was living in Santa Monica, California, very close to what you would call a bum, or that. But I had enough friends, and plus I always had my dad to go back to if I wanted to take his crap. I always had him to go back to, but I didn't choose that very often. I never had to spend a night on the street. Never spent a night in jail. But other than that, been there, you name it. But this is an experience that happened to me at like 2 a.m., something like that. It was 2 o'clock in the morning or something, because, I was no respecter of times. By the way, before I say the story, I walked right, Ray Manzarek of the Doors walked right by me in Barnes & Noble on 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica, near the Ferris wheel, the pier is and all that. Didn't know me from Adam, and I could have been Jim Morrison's son right there on the spot. How's that for a little tidbit? But I have utmost respect for Ray. He was signing a book or something he just put out. It was something like that, I don't know. But anyway, so what happened was, I'm walking at 2 a.m. and it's in Santa Monica. There's Pacific Promenade. I mean, if I can even, there's Brentwood and Pacific and what's it? Brentwood and the Palisades, Pacific Palisades or something. Those were areas that were more like, what I was used to, but they were nearby where I lived in Santa Monica. There was those big houses and all that. I think O.J. Simpson lived up there at the time. I think me and a friend walked right by O.J. Simpson's house. Of course, the gate and all that, and the lock and whatever. But there it was, O.J. Simpson's house. Anyway, on to the story now. I was walking, and this guy got the drop on me, because before I even knew it, a knife was in my back. I swear, I have the scar to prove it. The knife was horizontal, so it had the most chance of hitting my spine. It wasn't vertical, it was horizontal, basically perfectly horizontal, and it went into my back. And the long story short, if it even is this long story, at least the story, it came 3/8. That's less than a half, but more than a quarter of an inch away from my spine. It missed all my discs, that is the spinal discs, missed my spine, lungs, and heart. So all it was a flesh wound. I believe I was protected, but think what you want. I have the scar to prove this. I might even try to flip the camera around in a minute, but it's kind of hard because I'm walking and the scar's on my back, and I really don't know how to make sure you guys can see it without looking stupid or whatever. Well, not that I care about looking stupid. Anyway, but I do have proof in my back. It's a scar on my back. For some reason, the scar moved over the spine over time. It was actually to the left of the spine at first, but now it looks like it's right over the spine. But nonetheless, it's a scar, and it's hard to fake that. Nor would somebody want to fake that. I have a feeling. Anyway, I kept walking. It finished the story. I kept walking after the stab. I didn't even realize. This is the story. I didn't even realize I was stabbed. It felt like I was hit, but really sharply, like hit, but with brass knuckles or something. It didn't really feel like a hard, cutting, sharp, stabbing, knifey type feeling. It felt more like he hit me with brass knuckles. But then all of a sudden, blood's coming down me, and for some reason, I soaked a shirt of blood, and then somebody along the way, I don't know who these people were, homeless, they laid on the sidewalk and kept giving me shirts, and I soaked about 8 of them in blood before the whole thing was over. So I had to go to the eventually I had to go to the doctor. He put 3 stitches in my back, and not the day after the stabbing, but the next day after. In other words, 2 days after the stabbing, I was back on my walk as if nothing happened, with 3 stitches, healing fine, back on my walks, back up to trouble. Anyway, someday I'm going to see if I can show you guys the scar, because I believe seeing is believing. There's this, ver para creer, as they say in Spanish. I'm going to see if I can turn the phone around so you can see my scar. If not, it's there. Let's see what I can do. Okay. I turn this thing around. So I don't know if you guys could see. I don't know if you guys could see the scar there, but I tried. I turned turned the phone toward my back, so you might have been able to see the scar there. I'm not sure. Anyway, that's just a story. Love you guys. Peace. Rock and roll.